Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Now I'll try to explain the how you can analyze the motion of a body in an elevator. So, um, how to find the reading of um, uh, the balance in the elevator. So now you have here a person standing on on a balance inside an elevator. Now um, sorry, let's take this to be the axis. So this is negative y-axis, positive y-axis. And let's say this is the origin. Now, if that body is on the balance, so of course this person will have a weight force and it will have normal force. Okay, and this is y-axis. So the sum of forces in the y-axis will equal Fn. Let's start with the one that is in the positive, and weight is in the opposite direction, so minus Fw will equal ma, which is that's Newton's law. So now if I give this equation a title or some a symbol, so like a star, now I'm gonna work with a case when the elevator not moving. Okay, if the elevator is not moving. When the elevator is not moving, that means the acceleration is 0 meter per second square. That means um, using this equation, star equation, that means Fn, the reading on the balance will be the actual weight of the person. Okay, so this is when the acceleration is 0, you will have the reading exactly the weight of the person. But now, case 2, let's assume that if the acceleration is positive, okay, let's assume the acceleration is positive and let's use this equation, star equation, then the Fm is going to equal um, uh, no, let me write FW plus MA. Okay, so now here, if the acceleration is not 0 and it's positive, so we are adding that amount of extra weight on the person actual weight. Okay, فال Fn راح تكون أكبر من ال Fw. So Fn will be greater than Fw. Right? Now, in the other case, 3, when the acceleration is negative, so this equation will be Fn equal Fw minus ma. So we're gonna subtract that amount of force from the weight force. So Fn will be less than Fw. All right. Now, how I would know? How I would know the direction of motion and speed change, or whether it's increasing or decreasing. So first, I have to know for the direction. I have to know when you already chose that the up to be positive direction and the down to be negative direction. So when you are moving up, you are telling me that it's positive acceleration. When it's positive acceleration, then this is upward, okay? And when the acceleration is negative going down, then you are talking about downward direction. All right. Now the upward doesn't mean the speed is going to increase. راح يكون فينا عندنا حالتين. We will have two situations, either the speed increasing or decreasing. So you can use this uh, graph or relation. You have here time, you have here velocity. This is a negative and this is positive side of velocity. So I told my students that if you remember this, you will be okay. So I'm gonna explain it. All right, now here, if the velocity is changing from zero and getting more positive, then the acceleration will be positive. All right. If the velocity is not changing, then the acceleration will be zero here and here. Now, if the velocity is zero and it goes in the negative side or negative direction, but it's still also increasing, but it's not going to be positive, it's going to be negative acceleration. Now, if the velocity, it, it is in the positive direction, but it's positive, but it's getting less negative. It's less positive, and it's going down to zero. فهني we have what? Negative acceleration. So this is going to be positive acceleration because it's going up to the positive side and the velocity is decreasing. So the positive acceleration, this positive acceleration, if the velocity is positive and increasing, and if the velocity is negative and decreasing. These are the two cases for positive acceleration. For negative acceleration, if the velocity or the speed the velocity is positive and decreasing towards zero, this is going will get us minus acceleration. And if the velocity is zero or negative and getting more negative, then also we will have negative acceleration, or we are moving downward. So if you keep these together, then you will be fine. You will know the direction and you will know if the speed is increasing and decreasing. Thank you.